was one jump ahead the whole race, but he should be prepared for a rematch next year as this circle of life continues. D2, I ate your pie for Best Disney. Thank you very much for your donations, guys.
Alright, just let me know when we're good to go, Golden.
Oh, sorry, you couldn't hear me. Give me a countdown when you're ready to go.
Alright, this is Human Fall Flat. We'll be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So, this game is nothing like the game I ran earlier, Super Hot. In this game, you're going to be trying to complete puzzles with Bob, who is probably made out of Jello or Play-Doh, I don't know which, take your pick. The object of the game is to get to these ending doors and jump off the side of the level, I guess. But you can only jump off here, not anywhere else. That's the first level. I'm already done with it. You just jump across a gap and you skip the entirety of the tutorial. The next section, we're going to jump on this train. Sometimes his hands get a little stuck there. We're going to make our way up here. If you look to the right of us, there's a bunch of puzzles there. We're going to skip all of those. This is the very final puzzle of the level, and if you just get a little bit of speed, you can bunny hop over to here. Bunny hopping is the fastest way of moving. He gets really weird when you jump, and he'll just sprint around everywhere and go really quickly. So that's 2 levels already in about a minute. Hopefully a minute. For this one, these walls are very thin, so we're just going to swing around them because we don't want to do puzzles. Those are slow. Skip 2 puzzles by doing that. Get a little speed going here to skip that part. And then the swing's actually kind of difficult to do. If you mess it up, it'll just do a checkpoint at the final level, or the final part of the level, and you have to try to do it again. That's 3 levels down. Next is Mountain. We just need to get some speed bunny hopping. Sometimes it's a little awkward getting speed because he just does what he wants. Bob is a bit random. He'll bunny hop around, and sometimes he goes really quickly, sometimes not so much. So you have to react to how he does it so you don't fall into the pit. So what's about to come up is the largest glitch in the game, which makes the speedrun go from being a few hours to being about 15 minutes. That's called extended climbing, and in this game you're only supposed to be able to climb up things once, so if you grab onto a wall, you can only, if you can't climb up it, you have to basically let go and figure out a different way around, but if you flick your camera in a certain way while letting go and reattaching your hands at the correct time, you can actually just scale walls, which we abused it a little bit there to skip one puzzle, but later we'll be using it, like right here we're going to use it a little bit to skip another one, but later we're going to be using it to skip the entirety of some levels, so it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the level. For some reason you can't go around this, so you can jump on the roof and jump into here, but this is the only one where the loading zone isn't always active. You have to go the correct way. So for this, we're going to find the closest wall to us, and we're going to climb up it. And that's going to be a common theme for the rest of the game, is just nearest wall. It's very easy to slip down this. If you mess up a little bit, you will... your hands will lose their grip and you'll slide all the way down.
So I'm immediately reminded of Octodad. Is it as like sluggish to control as that game is?
Not quite as much. If you've ever played Gang Beasts, it's very similar to it with how it looks and how it controls. But that's a kind of a multiplayer party game. Well, this is kind of a single player. There's co-op for it. It should be fun to try at some point, but it's only local, so sadly I can't do any runs with it. That pipes there is one of the most annoying things to climb on. Any slanted surface is really difficult too. I'm actually going to pick up a safety checkpoint here because we haven't picked up a checkpoint the entire level. We're right next to the end, so we'd lose an entire minute by missing that. So it only takes a few seconds to get. Then you jump there, you skip the final puzzle by hitting the loading zone from that side. Similar thing to last level. Nearest wall, climb up it. There you go, see. That can happen sometimes. It's really tragic when it happens right next to the top of the wall, but once you get the sort of motions down and you get the muscle memory. It doesn't happen too often. For some reason, there's no music at this part. There's just a lot of ambient noise, and later there's going to be, when we get to the top of the cliff over there, there's going to be a lot of wind. I don't know why they didn't put any music here. It's kind of awkward. Come on, Bob, you can do it. What this game's supposed to be is like, Bob is a builder, because I couldn't have been any more on the nose about that. And these are all his dreams and hopes, apparently. And each of these levels is a dream that he's having. He wants to get to the end of it. I don't know why they went for that. They don't describe it anywhere in the game. Just on their website they have that put there. So I'm not sure if it's actually the plot. You can make up your own plot. I don't know if there needs to be a plot. So right here, the final puzzle is below us, where we have to launch ourselves with a catapult through to the gate there. Ooh, that's not good. I don't really know what to... Okay, come on. Get your left hand out of there. Come on. Alright, there we go. That was a little scary. That was not supposed to happen. Usually you can just drop into there, but he lost his grip right at the end. So that's the gate you're supposed to
That was like a Ninja Warrior recovery right there.
It was a little frightening. What we're doing at the beginning of the level is, I didn't mention it before, but basically there's a button in your keyboard, and the only thing it does, if you press T, it knocks him out. And there's no use for it, except at the very beginning of the level, while you're still dropping down, you can knock yourself out. Because when you hit the ground, it knocks you out, but it doesn't like reset the timer for it if you've already knocked yourself out. So you save like 2 or 3 seconds by doing that. And it doesn't look like a lot, but usually you lay down for like 5 or 6 seconds at the beginning of each level. So the way you're supposed to complete this level, so that's the exit there, but we can't get to it yet. The way you're supposed to complete this level is you go all the way around the island, you eventually get here, you have to get to the top of there, and to get to the top of there you have to go through the water wheel. To go through the water wheel you have to get the water. To get the water you have to go all the way around to get up here, and then knock the dam over. And then ride all the way down and go to the water wheel and do all that. We don't want to do that. That sounds like a lot of time. But there's a very tough strat we have to do instead, which involves bunny hopping across the zip line because you can't walk across it. So I have to kind of like a visual lineup for it. I kind of went skewed there, so I have to do a little bit of adjusting. There's sometimes he'll just fling around everywhere because, like I was talking about before, his bunny hoppings just kind of goes everywhere. So you have to be a little careful. There's a checkpoint up there though, so if you do mess it up, it's a little okay, but it does lose time. This is the final level. We're already there. This is probably one of the tougher... It was one of the tougher speedrunning levels. It does have the longest extended climb you have to do. There's a big chance of just falling off here. You used to have 2 really long extended climbs. I'll explain what the second one used to be when we go by it here. Basically, if you see in the distance, there's these turbines with these green signs on them, and you had to extend a climb into the third one, which, like I was talking about before, extended climbing up slanted surfaces is horrible, so climbing up it, very good chance of ruining your run there. So I was messing around trying to route out no extended climb, which is also a pretty cool category. And I went back here and just messing around looking for stuff, and I found there was a turbine here. If you line yourself up with here and you tap forward a little bit, you can actually just launch yourself right into the middle of it. If you do it well enough, you'll just go right through, but I think I missed it. Ah, that's fine. That's time. That's Human Fall Flat. There you go.
Wow, that was a cool game. 7 minutes and 47 seconds.
That is right there near the world record used to be 8 minutes, I think, a few weeks ago. I dropped it down to 6:50 something, so that's pretty close.
Nice.
That was great.
Yeah, then we can credits are actually kind of cool too.
All the credits too. This is a cool game.
If you just don't do anything, you'll actually get stuck on one of the letters eventually. I don't know which one it is. I think it's a D. Oh, it's an E. No, never mind. You'll get stuck on one of these eventually. But I appreciate you guys having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks. Just a really unique game. I don't know. I still get like that Octodad vibe from it, but it intrigues me. I want to try it now.
Yeah, the speedrun doesn't really ruin any of this stuff. There's so many puzzles we went by, so it's really fun to play this your own self and go through and figure all that out, because there's a lot of different solutions to a lot of different things they've got going on.
Yeah, it definitely looks like something where you can make your own solution.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. He's just coasting on the R there. Awesome. Well, everybody give isBullets a follow.
Yeah, we'll be doing this in AGDQ as well, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Sounds good. All right. Anything else you wanted to say?
Well, someone asked how long the speedrun is without the climbing glitch. It's actually about 12 minutes without it, because there's different ways to do similar things without it. So it's a lot of fun. But thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys so much for the support. You guys broke the money we needed in the first few days. So that's pretty crazy. So
Pretty impressive
Yeah,
stuff,
it's really
yeah.
crazy.
And we actually are under $500 away from beating last year's total too. So
Wow.
we might do that.
Oh, very nice.
All right. Well, coming up next, we have Secrets of Grindia with Ivan and Weebles. It's a co-op run, so we'll do that next.
Stick around because Grindia is pretty awesome.
All right. And I will mute quickly while I set up for the next run.
Cool. I will go offline then.